All right, peace, y'all. And you know what it is. Hit the like button, first of all. Smash the like button. It's like that little heartbeat. And just give us a digital thumbs up to get the algorithm going and tell you that the content does matter. Also, go ahead and give a big, bold, enthusiastic like while you're at it. And don't forget to share it as well. Spread the message. And also to stay in the loop, subscribe. But one more thing. This is in case you're feeling a little generous. Hit the Cash App. It's right there in the About section. Just something that keeps the lights on, keep the mic working, keep the conversations going. Let's get into it. Yeah, all right. Your boy, your president decided to do some racist shit yet again. As you can see, he was sheared for whatever reason. I mean, this is the president, the guy with his finger on the button, and he's up late at night surfing on social media, putting up, sharing parody videos. I mean, this is the guy who you elected. But it isn't a parody when you see images like this, where you already know the racial implications. I know that maggots and the FBA. I know you guys are dense as hell, but you can't be that dense. I understand, but um, obviously he got some backlash from this. He told his aides to post a video that showed Barack and Michelle Obama as well. Their heads are on top of apes, but you obviously know the message. And he said he didn't exactly watch the whole thing, but he's not sorry about it. Of course, he's not sorry about it. He doesn't give a shit. And the video popped up on his Truth Social account. You know, that Truth Social that he owns. That nobody, no types of traffics on there except only they're only interested in seeing what crazy shit comes out of his mouth. But he said it popped up on his Truth Social during one of his late night posting sessions, and it was made by someone else to push it and he says that to push false claims about the 2020 election. He's still on that. He's president now and he's still on this stupid shit. But he decided after backlash, not when he got the video and said, yeah, let me get away with this. It took backlash. You had to wait for him to drop the video. And he claims it was an aide that to this day, nobody, well, an aide, Natalie Harp, had access to Trump's account. So he did throw somebody out there and admitted he approved the video. He approved the video, claimed he only saw the beginning, he didn't finish the offensive part at the end, and asked if he would apologize. And he said, no way, of course. And the post got some likes. I'm not on Truth Social, but I'm guessing, the maggots over there probably loved it. I even saw some rebuttals for this thing. And obviously, the only Black Republican senator, Tim Scott, I mean, you had to say something. Okay. Like with someone like him, it has to be over the top racist. I guess if you saw a brother, hanging from a noose set on the White House lawn, like, yeah, this probably something. This seems this a little bit over the top, Mr. President. So, but he spoke out against it, while the White House themselves first defended it, and then they took it down and called it a mistake. All right, and this post obviously criticized by some Republicans, criticized obviously by the Democrats, and unfortunately, a lot of the top Republicans, they stayed silent. Now, of course, Hakeem Jeffries, another slouch, now he had to say something. All right, and he spoke out against it, and praised the Obamas, obviously, and slamming Trump as a despicable person, like that really, like he really gives a damn about that. And despite all this outcry, then you had the Senator Majority Leader John Thune, and Mike Johnson, they didn't say anything. Okay. I mean, obviously, but this isn't anything new with Trump. Come on now. This dude, listen, just to go down a couple of racist things that came out of his mouth, and this is just towards black people. I mean, he depicted us as apes. I mean, obviously, but what about the attacks on DEI back in January 2025, where he blamed DEI for hiring for a deadly aviation collision in Washington D.C. Okay, I mean, he didn't say anything about DEI with that UPS uh, crash, where nothing but white people were on the plane, but we'll leave that alone. Back during the 2024 campaign, he stated that non-white immigrants have bad genes, right? And suggested that their murderous tendencies are hereditary. I mean, obviously, the shithole countries comment, where he referred to Haiti. And I've said before to you fools who keep saying they never go to these places, or black people who agree with this, give it about 20 years. He and a number of white billionaires are going to own parts of Haiti, and they'll call it a paradise. Just read something today. I couldn't believe it, but Compton, California, straight out of Compton, NWA, Eazy-E, all of that other stuff, the game. Compton back in 1990 was 78% black. Do you know that right now Compton is 22% black folks? This is Compton. City of Compton, that Compton. So this type of stuff can happen. All right. And of course, telling the so-called squad, which were women of color, black women and so on. Oh, you know what it is. Told them to go back to their broken, crime-infested places which they came. Gee, who does that sound like? Obviously attacking Mexican immigrants, and Charlottesville, where you literally had whole white supremacists marching, and he claimed that there were some good people on that side. The birthism, promote the birthism conspiracy against Barack Obama, another one which is obviously racist. And we can just go down the list. We can even go all the way back to the 80s, how he treated black tenants and so on. And keep in mind, as people like to pass around these photos of him taking pictures with black celebrities, folks, he's taking with pictures with celebrities. He's not in the hood. He didn't leave 59th Street or wherever where the Trump Tower is, and go up to Harlem, or go over to Brownsville and hang out with any brothers from the hood, and go to Queensbridge. Like he lived in Jamaica Estates. The South Jamaica is right around the corner. So it's literally just step across Jamaica Avenue in South Jamaica. He didn't go over there. He hung out with black celebrities. So, it's just more racist shit from this clown. But here's but first of all, I mean, obviously it's pretty bad, but you got to remember, before we feel sorry for anybody, y'all remember Carter's funeral, all right? Where Michelle, it's hard to defend the Obamas. I'm not a fan of the Obamas at all, but during Carter's funeral, here he is yucking it up with the orange man. All right. And he could have easily said, you know what, I'm not going. This is right after he said all them horrible things about him, which shows you that a lot of these guys, like behind the scenes, they're usually pal, buddy. But Michelle, she's like, yo, man, fuck that. I'm not hanging with this dude. I ain't hanging with this clown. So yeah, I mean, these dudes, it's hard to defend this dude. But here's my question though, because this guy did this around the same week, if I'm not mistaken, that Shaboozey, the country artist, said what he said about about immigrants, which was just a response to ICE. He wasn't trying to make any historical confirmation, dummy. It was a response to ICE. And you did video on top of video and hours with all these lives just going in on dude. And the very same week, racist ass president that you helped elect, and I'm talking to these FBAers and ADOSs and so-called Black American. This was the same week this guy savaged your first Black American first lady, and crickets, absolute crickets. You said nothing. It's more important to go after Shaboozey for simply making a mistake, which he apologized for. And Trump, as he just said, I ain't apologizing for shit, and no videos against that. And you know why? Let me tell you why. Now, recently, Marcel Dixon, he's one of the FBA lieutenants that he's probably going to be in this next Hidden Color, but you know who he is. He's this dude from South Carolina. There is one of the gay lieutenants of the FBA movement, top lieutenants actually, that he has out there. He's going to be in Hidden Color 6, which I'll wait until that becomes free online. I'm not touching that crap. But apparently he lost yet another election, and he lost it to this Black woman who, if you go on Twitter, the woman's name is Dr. Allison Welts. But apparently Tariq Nasheed got into a back and forth with this woman. And I just heard what I needed to know, because these people always like to say, oh, you're a Democratic shell. That's their target. You're a Democratic shell. You know, you work for the Democrats, blah, 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 this and that. Well, listen to this. And I've mentioned this before as far as who you work for. This is a little bit of what happened here. Listen. Yeah. So no means to love me into this, and I will check trolls who try to come in with bad faith arguments. So yeah, that's a Democrat shield. That's a troll. Did she lie about the things that she said? Yeah. It was a damn lie. Listen, I told people, vote for something. Don't just vote for nothing. We as Black people, Foundation of Black Americans, we're not just going to vote just for the hell of it. Voting has to be transactional. And if they don't vote, we'll vote. You can't sit here voting against our own interests. So yeah, we're fine. All of this sky is falling. Black said this, and he said that you're gonna hear, but I said this before. Not voting to combat people that are voting. You don't have like this. This is the foolery here. You're not voting for people who are voting in the Republicans. So, and I've given up examples of this before. Like, if you're not voting, what's the strategy then? It's like in a baseball game, and you're a pitcher and the bases are loaded, and someone comes up to the if Barry Bonds comes up to the plate, what's your strategy? And the usual strategy is you walk him. Now you say, now, why would you walk him? I mean, why would you allow a run to come in? Because that's what happens. Well, this is maybe the greatest hitter in the history of the game. So what are you going to do? You're going to try to pitch to a dude who you know is going to hit it out the yard, or bring in a run, 2 runs or 3 runs, or maybe grand slam it? No, with someone like that, you respect what you're dealing with, and you're gonna walk them. But that's a strategy, though. And then you take your chances with the guy behind them. But with these guys, there is no strategy. Just sit in the couch. What it is that Deontay was correct. These guys just sit in the couch. They don't do shit. There's no strategy. They didn't say, well, yeah, after we sit on the couch, this is what we're going to do. No, they don't put in any work at all. Well, let's listen to what this fool says.
That's part of my personality. To love me is to love my tackiness. And I will check trolls who try to come in with bad faith arguments. So, yeah, that's a Democrat shield. That's a troll. Did she lie about the things that she said? Yeah. Then everything out that person's mouth was a damn lie. Listen, I told people, vote for something. Don't just vote for nothing. We as Black people, Foundation of Black Americans, we're not just going to vote just for the hell of it. Voting has to be transaction. And if they don't vote, we'll vote for the couch. We got to be very strategic. We can't sit here voting against our own interests. So, yeah, we're fine. All of this sky is falling. Black people are fine right now. We're good. Well, hold on now. Hold on. Just a second. Do you truly believe that the condition of Black
guys, do you hear this? He says we are fine. This is what this man is saying. Just listen to more. But he's telling Black people who are under constant oppression in this country that we're fine. If we're fine, then why are you even using the talking points of white supremacists? Why would you even use that anymore if we're fine? Let's listen to some more.
Are you not aware that Black men are more commonly accused of drug crimes? Are you aware that Black homeownership is at a lower rate than it was during the Democrats? Are you aware that Black American children are more than twice as likely to attend underfunded schools under the Democrats? I just want to say that I completely disagree with your framing that Black Americans are fine. Right. Yeah, I believe that.
Guys, he said under the Democrats, that's why we didn't vote. There are several different categories besides Democrat and Republican that you could have voted for, including independent, including green. This is your lead. This is your king right here. Huh? Under the Democrats, like there aren't any other Democrats or not just other Democrats, because at least you can sit with the Democrats. So you kept bringing up that that quote or that cut from Kamala. Well, I can't do anything for all Blacks. Okay, well, that's fine. Well, what did Trump do? Trump said, what do you have to lose? Well, a lot of jobs, that's for sure. Your history, how about that? Money out your pocket because things are costing more. What about that? What do you have to lose? See that?
All of that was under the damn. Under Democrats and Republicans. It's been that way under Democrats and Republicans. But you're trying to make it seem we're literally talking about Black history, and we're having the president. Keep in mind, my great uncle was in the very next state doing the same work in the same organization, and the Klan bombed 3 of his houses. Let me jump in. In terms of access to economic independence, political, social, economic, independent Black people don't have it. No true. I really didn't take my premise for having. You can't on one hand say that Black people are reparations of the years. So, are you saying if you voted for Kamala, that would have been better? No, but I'm telling you, I don't care who you voted. Right, what are you talking about? I really don't. Because I believe that every Black person.
So is it better under Trump? He's saying everything's better under Trump. Come on, man. You don't think that this guy's getting paid by some Republican operative? or some straight up MAGA operative. But again, your president, this guy, and again, you act like you were seeing things like it wasn't happening. This is what was happening. This man got paid. This guy got clearly getting paid by the Republicans. Clearly. And like I said, this thing right here happened the same week that you guys went at Shaboozey, but there is no reason. This woman is a Black American woman. And y'all sat there on the sideline. This is like, and to all of the content creators, okay, again, I've said before, I'm keeping names. Lisa Cabrera, I'm keeping names of these dudes. Just disgusting. Yeah, man, but this is your president, yet again, just showing his true colors. And, you know, like I said, a lot of these guys, they're, you know, behind the scenes, they're on the same page. I think Michelle, she's a little different because she is a whole Black woman, right? But yeah, man, like the people that you follow, I don't know what to tell you, man, but just another day underneath this orange cloud. But if you have anything to say, just hit the comment section, hit the like, share, subscribe. Let me hear what you got to say about it. And until the next one, peace.